Orville Jackson has his name all over the city of Eagle, almost quite literally. The Idaho native was well known in and around the city. And a drive down State Street and you'll still see what used to be his drugstore. You know, a place where you can always get it of, and he's never just out, that same Orville Jackson. A few blocks away stands what used to be his Tudor-style home. Jackson's only daughter grew up in that house and moved back in years later. We caught up with her when she was trying to sell it, and she wanted the historic site to be preserved for future generations in today's 208 Redial.
The city of Eagle didn't officially become a city until 1971, but it had been a thriving community for decades before, built up with its own bank, hotel, and downtown drugstore. Widely known as the Orville Jackson Drug Store for more than 50 years.
Well, when I grew up, they always said Orville Jackson put Eagle on the map. That's what I always heard.
His daughter, Sherry Sharp, still lives in the family home about a block away on Eagle Road.
This house is 5 years older than me. The house was built in 1931, so it's 86 years old.
It was right in the middle of the Great Depression. Money was tight, but the Jacksons had put enough aside for a new home.
My dad said my mother counted that money so much he was afraid she'd rub the numbers off it.
They'd wanted something special. So Sherry says they called on John Turtlette and Charles Hummel, the same Treasure Valley architects that designed Idaho's State House, to put together this Tudor-style home, a vision of Orville's wife, Floy.
So I think maybe in her mind she had like her dream house.
Back then, workers were paid $1 a day to complete the 3,100 square foot home in the middle of 2.5 acres. Total cost was about $10,000. Today, the Jackson home is for sale for about $1.7 million. It still has the original leaded windows, the original woodwork and oak beams inside, and the memories of their only daughter, who wants to see it saved for future generations.
I want to save it because it meant so much to them.
Sherry says she's getting too old to care for the home herself, but hopes her parents' contribution to this community would help keep the property preserved for something other than commercial progress.
That's why I've persevered and stayed here this long, hoping that I could find someone that would share my dream and purchase this property and save this home.
Well, she did a couple of those things. Sherry sold the house eventually to the city of Eagle in September of 2021, so it took a few years. They paid $1 million for it. Eagle Mayor Jason Pierce said he wanted to preserve the building, the home, and make it into an event center. The terms of the sale allowed Sherry to stay there for a while, at least for a year, while she found a new place to live. That agreement ended on September 10th of last year, 2022, but with apparently no word from Sharp, according to the city. So they tried to evict her last October. However, she then asked for more time, wanting to stay until the end of January this year, which was about a week ago. And we're still trying to find out if that happened or if Sherry is still there. But what about the other Orville Jackson building, the drugstore, the one you saw at the very beginning of that story? Well, it got purchased as well, but let's give a little history first. Orville Jackson returned from France at the end of World War I and decided to go to pharmacy college, what is now known as Drake University in Iowa. In 1921, he passed his exam in Idaho and became a pharmacist, managing the drugstore in Star. Then on his birthday, August 16th, 1922, Jackson bought the Eagle Pharmacy from L.B. Harris. It became a popular stop in the 20s because, well, they had a pretty nice soda fountain. Diverse items always available for Treasure Valley customers as well. Remember, you can always get it of Orville Jackson. After 52 years of owning the drugstore, Jackson sold it to Wayne and Jane Crosby in 1974. The Crosbys held on to the store until they retired in 2006. The newest owner is Eagle resident Mark Fitzpatrick. He is now turning this popular soda stop into a saloon, all while preserving the history.
This is an iconic building for Eagle as far as just recognizable in the area because it's been here since basically 1906, so a lot of history. We don't want to do anything here that's going to change the way things look, and we want to honor the history. We want this place to be something that supports the community, supports local businesses.
He said they're going to have live music, historic names and classes called Salooniversity, apparently, where you can grab a beer and learn something new. Hopefully more than just from the guy down the seat, or 2 seats down, I should say. And phase 2, making the bar into a restaurant featuring local ranchers and farmers. So they have big plans. Fitzpatrick says he hopes all of this happens and comes together this summer.